Today on Public Eye News, NMU gives out flu shots and a poacher pleads guilty.
Later in the show, Scott Minshaw will have your weather and Mike Banks will be here to give you the sports for the day. I'm Jesse Sellison.
And I'm Scott Minshaw. Welcome to Public Eye News. Cruising. Flu season upon us. Northern Michigan University is doing its part to protect its students, staff, and community. Starting this week, the Villamenti Health Center will be hosting a walk-up flu shot clinic in the campus ballrooms, which are inside of the Northern Center. Health experts have expressed recently how important it is to get your flu vaccine this year. With the COVID-19 pandemic still going on, the slim chance you catch both the flu and the coronavirus at the same time could be detrimental to your health. If you're planning on attending the clinic, you need to print out and fill out the flu shot consent form, which can be found at nmu.edu/health center. A $1.1 million grant has been awarded to 13 projects and statewide initiatives to help benefit coastal management alongside the Great Lakes. The grant will benefit local communities by providing aid and strategies to assist the management of coastlines of the Great Lakes. Michigan Technological University, located in Houghton, will be receiving $100,000 to assist with a program called MCMP Coastal Hazard Resiliency. The EGLE has opened applications for next year's grants and will be hosting webinars to go over the requirements to receive a grant next year.
A Chippewa County man was sentenced Tuesday under a plea agreement for poaching numerous animals, including 18 gray wolves. The Michigan DNR's months-long investigation of Kurt Johnston Duncan identified 125 wildlife misdemeanor crimes. Chippewa County District Court sentenced 56-year-old Duncan to pay almost $37,000 in fees and fines, a lifetime revocation of all hunting and trapping privileges in Michigan, 90 days of jail time, 18 to 24 months of probation, and all firearms and animal traps were seized. Chief Gary Hagler of the DNR Law Enforcement Division says, quote, "This is a historical case for the division and department," end quote. A Wisconsin judge has ordered a temporary restraining order halting Governor Tony Everett's emergency order that limited public gatherings as the state deals with the COVID-19 pandemic. Judge John Yackel entered the order Wednesday morning in Sawyer County Court. That's where the Tavern League of Wisconsin filed its lawsuit seeking to block the emergency order issued by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services. The Tavern League President Chris Mariscano says the order, quote, "targets the hardworking men and women in the hospitality industry," end quote. The effect of the judge's order means the governor's executive order has been temporarily put on hold.
The Alzheimer's Association of Michigan has begun a new campaign titled Mitten on a Mission in order to raise awareness and honor those living with Alzheimer's. The campaign's primary goal is to challenge residents of Michigan to collectively walk 190,000 steps in tribute to the 190,000 Michigan residents currently living with Alzheimer's. Kristen Rossi, the Alzheimer's Association Vice President of Development, said, quote, "Even though the walk to end Alzheimer's may be over in communities across Michigan, we know the fight against Alzheimer's is not. Alzheimer's is impacting more Michigan families each year. We're asking everyone to walk a mile or at least 2,000 steps in the shoes of someone battling Alzheimer's and dementia for this worthy cause." Massive renovations have been underway at the Pine Mountain Ski Jump in Iron Mountain. The jump, which will hold the annual Continental Cup in February of next year, will be finished renovations by the end of November. The project, which cost around $3 million, has been in the works for over 3 years, and the upgrades were made to make sure the jump is up to regulation so they can host a World Cup in the future. Kiwanis Ski Club treasurer Paul Bujallard said, quote, "It's an amazing structure. We should be proud that we are going to be able to continue to host ski jumping in Dickinson County." After this break, we will have your national and international news.
An African wilderness out of balance.
When you remove predators from the story, things start to unravel. Are you ready?
How fear functions in nature was completely unknown.
What happens when you put fear back into the equation?
Now that nature is coming back, to see this difference, it's amazing.
Nature's Fear Factor on Nova.
Tonight at 9 and tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Welcome back. A white woman has been charged with filing a false police report during a dispute with a black male in New York Central Park in May. The first 911 call made by Amy Cooper, which was captured on video, claimed the man Christian Cooper was threatening her. The second 911 call made by Cooper claimed that the man had tried to assault her. After the allegations, Cooper drew widespread attention and was fired from her job at Franklin Templeton. There is no affiliation between Amy Cooper and Christian Cooper. The case was adjourned until November 17th to allow prosecutors and her lawyer to work on a possible resolution. Christmas is still 10 weeks away, but the holiday shopping season is already underway. Today is the second day of Amazon's big sale for Prime members. The pandemic also has other companies offering deep discounts. Chris Martinez reports.
This is what holiday shopping used to look like, but the pandemic has more people pointing and clicking.
You know, way back in the day, holiday shopping started with Black Friday weekend. And as online sales have grown, retailers have started pushing those sales earlier and earlier and earlier. And this year, they're going to start now.
Samantha Gordon with Consumer Reports says the coronavirus is a big reason why. Amazon was overwhelmed with orders in the spring and summer when Americans shifted to even more online shopping as stores shut down.
Amazon Prime Day is back.
The company moved their annual 2-day Prime Day from July to this week, offering more than 1 million sale items. Target, Walmart, and others are following suit with online deals.
We're also seeing sales at Sam's Club and Best Buy and Bed Bath & Beyond, and all of these major retailers are offering these different savings.
And many people are ready to take advantage of the discounts. A survey from Retail Me Not found 75% of Americans prefer to do their holiday shopping online. 67% say they're searching for deals during the Prime days. That's more than Cyber Monday and Black Friday.
I think the trend of earlier shopping for the holidays is here to stay.
Retail Me Not's Sarah Skirball says there are big price cuts on electronics, appliances, and home goods.
A lot of people are going to start their shopping and in some cases finish their shopping in October. And that's because 55% of people are concerned about those inventory and shipping delays.
She says there will be deeper discounts on toys in December, but shoppers who wait take a chance the toy will be sold out or won't arrive on time. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Germany has agreed to provide more than €500 million to aid Holocaust survivors struggling under the burdens of the COVID-19 pandemic. Over the next 2 years, the payments will be going to approximately 240,000 survivors around the world. Each survivor will receive 2 payments of €1,200. The new funds are targeted to Jewish people who aren't receiving pensions already from Germany. Most of the funds are going to people who fled the Nazis and ended up in Russia and elsewhere to hide during the war. Well, we are officially in the Halloween season, and while some things are undoubtedly different because of the COVID-19 pandemic, some traditions remain the same. A Halloween staple in Marquette, the Haunted Lighthouse Tour, will continue this year with some minor modifications. I got a chance to speak with the director of the Marquette Maritime Museum to see how things have changed. Throughout the month of October, the Marquette Maritime Museum runs a number of special events and fundraisers to raise money for the museum. This year, things are slightly different because of the COVID-19 pandemic. We were able to speak with the director of the museum about how COVID-19 has changed things.
My name is Hillary Billman, and I'm the director of the Marquette Maritime Museum. So usually in October, we have our biggest fundraiser of the year called the Ghosts of Lighthouse Point. Volunteers from the museum and from the Coast Guard and from NMU in the community dress up from characters that are actually real characters from the lighthouse. And we do sort of a haunted walk interpretive tour. It's been really popular in years past. Unfortunately, this year, we're not going to be able to do it the same way. We came up with a COVID preparedness plan. And so what that did is we have less people in the building at once. We have hand sanitizing stations, arrows on the floor. Everybody's got to wear a mask, different cleaning protocols and everything. For our lighthouse tours, and this includes all of our paranormal tours, we have limited the number of people to 10. Again, masks are needed. We try to distance family groups, and we only allow 10 up at the lighthouse at a time. Yeah, we do actually close for the season on October 17th, so we got about a week and a half left in the season. So if you still want to do a lighthouse tour, make sure you come before then. Take a look out for that on our Facebook page.
Back to the studio at Public Eye News.
After this break, we will be back with your weather and sports.
I've been around the world, but there's one place I keep coming back to. This week on UTR, we're back in Kalamazoo for some guitar heritage. A nest that'll have you crowing about their great food and some good old-time hockey. Then we shoot to Sheboygan for poignant berries, a brick bread oven, and a pole you can really trust. You won't want to miss this Under the Radar Michigan.
Thursday at 9:30, Friday at 5, and Saturday night at 10:30.
Welcome back to Public Eye News. As you can see behind me, the Northern Michigan campus is wet and damp today. It is not too great a weather out there if you're looking to do things outside today. But looking ahead to the current conditions, it's rainy today with a high of 46 degrees. Winds are south-southeast at 10 miles an hour, and the barometric pressure is 29.69 and falling. Looking at till tonight, it's going to be rainy with a low of 41 degrees, winds west-southwest at 18 miles an hour. And tomorrow, we're going to see light showers with a high of 44 degrees, winds northwest at 18 miles an hour. Well, looking all around the UP, starting over in Sault Ste. Marie, it is 53 degrees and cloudy. In Manistee, it's 48 degrees and raining. And Escanaba, it's 50 degrees and cloudy. Heading over to looking down at Menominee, it's going to be 54 degrees and raining. In Iron Mountain, it is 43 degrees and raining. In Ironwood, it's 44 degrees and cloudy. Up in Houghton, it is 45 degrees and raining. And here in beautiful Marquette, it is 46 degrees and raining. Looking ahead to the weather this week, Friday, we're going to see a high of 45 degrees, a low of 29 degrees, and mostly sunny. Saturday, it's going to be a high of 45 degrees, a low of 34 degrees, and raining. And Sunday, we're going to see a high of 42 degrees, a low of 32 degrees, and partly cloudy. Well, Mike, it seems as if the weather's going to be all over the place the next few days. What's going on in the sports world?
Today, we started off with NBA news as New Orleans Pelicans and ex-NBA head coach Steve Van Gundy had a meeting on Tuesday with team officials. Van Gundy is expected to be one of the 4 finalists for the job. Van Gundy has coached 11 plus seasons in the NBA with teams like the Miami Heat, Orlando Magic, and Detroit Pistons. Another finalist for the job is the LA Clippers assistant coach Ty Lue. He has a meeting set for this week. Next, we move on to the NFL, as the game that was rescheduled was played last night, the Tennessee Titans versus the Buffalo Bills. It was a blowout win for the Titans as they were able to crush the Bills with a 42-16 win. Ryan Tannehill played good, throwing for 195 yards with 3 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Derrick Henry also helped as he rushed for 57 yards and scored 2 touchdowns on the night. The Titans' record stayed perfect with that impressive win last night. Today, the NFL announced that the 2021 Pro Bowl game will be canceled this year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The program was originally slated to be in Las Vegas on January 3rd. The 2022 Pro Bowl is now awarded to Las Vegas as a result. The NFL tries to keep players safe as a number of schedules have been changed in the past weeks and multiple teams dealing with COVID-19 cases among players and staff.
A college student in the UK needed to be rescued after getting her leg stuck inside a clothes dryer. 21-year-old Rosie Cole says her friends were drinking Tuesday night when she was dared to fit inside their appliance. Cole climbed in legs first and even managed to fit her hips in. When she was inside, she realized she was unable to uncross her legs in the dryer. Cole's roommates were unable to help get her out, which led to the group calling the local fire department. After the fire department arrived, they were able to free Cole within 20 minutes. A 1794 silver dollar that is believed to be among the first ever produced in the U.S. went unsold during a public auction in Las Vegas. Legend Auction's chief executive Matthew Bell said offers didn't reach a minimum bid, and Las Vegas's resident Bruce Moreland retained ownership. The silver dollar, dubbed the flowering hair silver dollar, could sell for more than the $10 million Moreland spent when he bought it back in 2013. Experts say the coin is one of the 300 original silver dollars that still exist. Well, that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining us at Public Eye News. My name is Jessie Sellison.
I'm Michael Banks.
Take care.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.